Servers at restaurants, what's the strangest thing someone's asked for? 1. We had a woman send a grilled chicken salad back because it was cold. So we cooked some new chicken and made sure to send it back while still warm. She sent it back again. The entire salad wasn't hot enough for her. We microwaved her salad. She ate it. 2. Once a very thin, middle-aged woman came in. She couldn't have weighed more than 100 pounds soaking wet. She asked what our biggest steak was. I told her it was the 24 ounces ribeye. She said, "Okay, I'll have that." Our steaks came with 2 sides, so I asked which one she'd like. She said, "I don't want sides." I told her they were included in the price, and she still refused them. I bring out her steak, and she begins eating. She's about a third of the way through when I ask, "How is everything?" She says, "Great. Bring me another steak." I say, "Is there anything wrong with that one?" She says, "No, it's great. I want a second one." I go back to the chef and tell him, and he couldn't believe it. But we served her another steak. She ate all 48 ounces of steak and left me a $40 tip. 3. While I was a server at a restaurant in the Royal Hawaiian, a guest asked me to book a shark adventure tour. It had nothing to do with my job or even the hotel. Those tours were entirely separate businesses. I took his black card, went to guest services, picked up a pamphlet, and booked the tour. He tipped me $250. Totally worth it. 4. I had this couple come in with their own tea set. The man asked me if I had a few minutes to learn a few things. They were the second table sat, so I humored him. He showed me a very specific way of steeping and pouring the tea over a sugar cube and had me try it a couple of times with water. The whole thing was sort of neat. He then asked if I would mind serving them their tea this very particular way. They were super kind, even though the man had sort of an intense vibe to him. I filled the pot with hot water, carried it out like he showed me, and poured their cups of tea exactly how he showed me. He seemed extra pleased but never said a word or even looked at me. It was no problem, and I felt super fancy doing it. I did refill their tea one time while they were there, and he also asked that I keep his wife's water glass full at all times. I knew it was going to be a good table when the first time I came by and refilled her water glass and inquired if they needed any more tea. The man handed me $20 and sort of dismissed me. He did it twice more that afternoon. At the end, they paid with no tip, I thought, but $60 and a cool lesson was enough for me. My manager found me about an hour later and handed me an envelope and said they told him they only will come in when I am working from now on. The envelope had $100, a business card, and a handwritten thank you note. Apparently, they had put this request up for many fine dining places, and I was the only one to get it right and do it graciously. It was very odd because after the first lesson, they treated me as if I was almost invisible, backed up by the fact they didn't tip me in person. On every return trip, it was the same. If you didn't know the deal, they would seem like cold a-holes, but they tipped really well, and I treated them like VIPs every time.